Welcome to Where in the World is Michael Cooper, continuing our trip all the way around the world while never leaving more. And our next stop takes us down south of the border to Alfredo's.
Alfredo.
Mexican restaurant.
My favorite restaurant and more.
There you heard.
It's my favorite.
There you go. Write it down. Michael Cooper's favorite restaurant in the
Not to say
entire
anything
city.
bad about the other ones, and as you can tell, I have like a top 20 list, and we've been to all of those so far. But Alfredo's is my favorite restaurant to eat at and more.
Well, we'll get down to why that is in just a minute. Let's talk about what you had and that sort of thing.
At Alfredo's, I had the Lupe's tacos, which are my favorite thing there. They also, I kind of switch around the different things. But one of the things that everybody likes there is they have an agave limeade.
Yeah.
It's in a big, huge glass,
Right.
and it's got cherries in it, and it's really, really good. And I always get one of those, and sometimes I have to be careful because I can drink 12 of them. I wouldn't even need a meal. But they do a great job. They get you in. It's Mexican decor, Mexican music going on, and they have the best service. Your drink never goes down. They always are overstaffed, it seems like, which is what I like. A lot of times you see everybody running around and it's because people are understaffed. They're always overstaffed. They take care of you. When you sit down, they have people, and I haven't said this a lot, but I like restaurants, especially Mexican restaurants. Everybody knows you get your setup at the beginning. You get your salsa and your chips and your cheese sauce and all that. Well, they have separate people that do that. So as soon as you sit down, the food's there, ready to go. They take care of you. And I go there all the time. So I saw one of the waiters that I see all the time, and he didn't wait on us, but he came over and talked to us. And they're just very friendly and a great atmosphere. So I had the agave limeade. Then I had the Lupe's tacos, which is like, imagine taking like a steak and cooking it and then cutting it up, but they use Mexican spices and they put them in like a light flour tortilla, and it's got pico de gallo and cheese. And then what I also love about this restaurant, I'm not a big beans and rice fan. I can eat it. As you can see, I don't push a lot of things away at the dinner table, but they have papas and corn. They have two types of corn. They have a steamed corn and a cream Mexican corn. So everything I ever get, I get the cream Mexican corn and the potatoes. And
Which is a little different. You don't find that in a lot of places.
And it's great because I don't really like the beans and rice. And not to say, we'll talk about another restaurant that we went to later. I had beans and rice, and their beans are really good. And I had that when I ate there. So, but that's what I had to eat.
So you had the Lupe tacos, is that what they're called? Lupe tacos and the agave limeade.
Agave limeade.
And then you were there with the big group of people this time around, and so there was a lot of different entrees that were brought out, and we all got to try a little bit of different things there. I was actually with him at Alfredo's for this particular meal, and I'll agree with you. The service there is probably one of the best, fastest turnaround places that I've seen. I mean, they're on it, and they stay on it the whole time you're eating there.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about this agave limeade. What's the difference between a limeade and an agave limeade? Do you know? I mean, do they tell you anything?
I don't know. It's just something. It's just good. I don't even know what's in it.
It doesn't really matter. It tastes really good.
But I'll tell you, this is what happens. Your first time to go to Alfredo's, this is what'll happen. You're sitting there, and they'll bring one to somebody else's table, and you go, "I want one of those. I want to try one of those." That's exactly how it happens. Then you taste it, and that's all you get every time you come.
From then on, you're always
from then
good.
on, and that's what happened. I mean, and you see people. They bring it out, and people are looking. What is that? What is that thing? So they bring it out in a huge glass, but it's really good. But I can't really. I just know it's really good, Brent.
That's really all that matters, right?
I mean,
you know it's great. It just has something about it that makes it special.
Yep.
And one thing I've noticed at Alfredo's, and you've kind of highlighted this a little bit, is that you can get things there that you may not find everywhere else. I mean, it's not just your standard Mexican restaurant.
Right.
They have a lot of entrees that they've created themselves that have very unique names. I think one of the enchilada dishes is named after somebody connected with the restaurant, and it's kind of a neat, like a spinach. They've got the spinach enchiladas.
They got spinach, and they also have a menu for like a low carb, low carb diets are real big right now, and then just a low fat menu, and I've done those on occasion just to see, and they're very good. They're very good. They do a lot with spinach. I actually have a buddy of mine. His name is Casey. Hey Casey, what's up? He's of Mexican descent, and he goes there because they have an avocado. He loves their avocados, and you can get avocados put on anything there that you want. And he gets a burrito, and they put lots of avocados and stuff in there, and he loves them, and he loves the place too. And so, hey, who better than a Mexican guy to tell you that's right. That's he goes to. So I'm going to follow that guy there. But so they have a lot of unique stuff they do, Brent. You're right.
All right, so Alfredo's Mexican Restaurant, which is right there on the service road off the highway, off 19th Street. Good place to go, in Michael Cooper's opinion. So we'll.
It's always busy, so you got to get there. And on Sundays, when you go there on Sundays, you better be ready to wait a while because they get full.
All right.
Great place.
Well, where are we going next?
We are going to another just right back down the street to Ricky's.
Oh, wow. So we're on a little, we don't have to travel far. We stay right in the same country.
Mexican's my favorite. We could have done that. We could have just stayed in Mexico the whole time. So
just gone through the entire country. Right. Okay, well, stay tuned because next episode we are going to be at Ricky's Mexican Cafe, which is, as Michael said, right across the highway from Alfredo. So we'll be right over there on our next episode. Stay tuned.
We'll see you there.